Good afternoon. I'm Dara Bunjon. I'm the food enthusiast here at J More Living. I'm a food stylist, food writer, PR maven, and a frustrated baker. Those of you joining us live on Facebook, drop your comments and questions for my guest or myself into the comment box, and you'll see me check from time to time. Back in the 80s, I don't know exactly when, I went to a party at Ellie Wang's home. Ellie loves to cook. Me being me, I had to taste everything on her table, and one dish blew me away. It was unique, mouth-tingling sensation. Ellie said it was called Millionaire's Chicken, and the special ingredient was Sichuan peppercorns. Well, those weren't available at your local stores. She was kind enough to drive to my house and give me the recipe and a package of these Sichuan peppercorns. Sichuan peppercorns are core to Sichuan dishes. Today's guest is the Sichuan Peppercorn Guy, founder of 50 Hertz Tingly Foods, Yao Zhao, and I hope I'm pronouncing it right. He switched careers from clean energy at the World Bank to set out and introduce the world to an electrifying, tingling Sichuan peppercorn flavor, a distinctive spice and sensory experience from his hometown in Chongqing, China. Let's bring in Zhao.
Hi, Deborah. Thank you so much for that introduction.
Oh, Zhao, I'm really thrilled to have you here and so thankful that you have agreed to be on the show. I usually ask my guests, what's on your plate to do today other than doing the show?
My mom is visiting all the way from Chongqing. You just pronounced my hometown. She's visiting me. She arrived yesterday. She's actually never been to the US, despite the fact that I've been in the US for 15 years. So I just showed her a museum this morning, and I rushed back for this show, and I have a long list of emails to reply. So have a full day.
Well, I'm going to just jump in with your mother because somewhere I read that it was her cucumber salad that inspired you to switch careers. You didn't switch immediately.
Right.
You start doing this on the side.
Yeah.
Tell me about your family table. I mean, Chongqing, China, your hometown, it's home to 32 million people. That is incomprehensible.
Yeah.
That is huge. It's the largest
hmm
city in China. So, what was your family table like? We sort of know what we do in America, but I'm not sure in growing up what your
Yeah.
family table was like. So, fill us in.
So Chongqing is home of 32 or 33 million people. It's one of the largest cities in the world that very few people have heard of. Until actually recently, it's now one of the most trendy places on TikTok because it's a quite unique city. You know, the landscape, the weather, the people, the food, they're all quite unique. So it's having a moment on TikTok and social media. If you just search for it, you will find all kinds of things. And the food is famous for being hot and numbing. It's the famous mala combo, especially in Chongqing. Chongqing is part of Sichuan province, right? So all these famous
Right.
dishes, mapo tofu, hot pot. But the Chongqing food is even more intense than normal Sichuan food. But my home plate, the plates, the dishes on my family table is actually very homey. My mom, right, you rightly said, my mom made a cucumber salad with some chili oil and some Sichuan pepper oil in a cucumber salad, and that flavor. I had a bite. This is 2018. I went home for Chinese New Year, and I had a bite of that cucumber salad, and it immediately brought me back to my hometown, my upbringing. And I thought, wow, this is such a unique flavor and sensation. Maybe I can do something about it. So Yeah, but the dishes in my home are just very simple: cucumber salad, stir fry, some green vegetables, and some pork ribs. Yeah, that's what she made yesterday when she first arrived in Washington, D.C.
Were you excited to see him? Mom's
I
home cooking?
I was actually, yeah, no, I really like those kind of very simple home cooking. Not much sauces, just the natural flavor of the ingredient itself. Yeah, I was very excited to see her.
Um, so how old were you left? You did do some university there, didn't you?
Yeah, no, I was born and raised in China until 20 when I was 23. I came to the US for grad school. So actually pretty late. I came here as an immigrant, as a student when I was 23, and I pursued a master's degree. So I went to college in university in Beijing.
Right. But you went to Johns Hopkins here in
Yeah,
Baltimore.
I went to Johns Hopkins in DC. Actually, my program is in DC.
Oh,
It's the international studies program, one of the top programs in the country. Yeah.
well, we've danced around Szechuan peppercorns. We've talked about it, but I could describe it, but I'm not the Szechuan peppercorn guy. You are. So
Mm.
why don't you tell us what is the Szechuan peppercorn? And I know that there's two colors, but fill people in exactly what a Szechuan peppercorn is.
Yeah, I think actually, so Sichuan pepper, right? I mean, Sichuan pepper corn, Sichuan pepper, it means basically one thing. It's called a huajiao in Chinese. It's one of the core ingredients in Chinese cooking. So if you've had Chinese food, or specifically Sichuan food, you've definitely had it before. It's this signature, it's this unmistakable signature tongue-tingling sensation you would feel from mapo tofu, from eating hot pot, from eating kung pao chicken. So it's always in the background. It's a wonderful flavor. It's actually a citrus fruit. It's There's red and green, but I think most people in the US had the red peppers because that's what's being used in all of those dishes I just mentioned. Um, and There are a lot of misunderstanding and the misconcept about this spice. You you know, Dara, you keep saying Sichuan peppercorns, and I say that too. And I think most people say Sichuan peppercorns, but it's actually not a peppercorn. It's actually a citrus fruit. Also, I sometimes say Sichuan pepper, right? Which is I think better than Sichuan peppercorn, but it's also not a pepper. And it's a citrus fruit, and it's not hot because whenever I mention Sichuan or pepper or peppercorn, people say, "Oh, hot." It's not hot. There's no capsaicin, so it doesn't burn at all.
Right.
It's actually wonderfully aromatic, citrusy, and give you a little buzzing, tingling sensation. Yeah,
And to tell people um, that it is the husk around the seed and you don't use the seed. Now,
correct.
I was, I proud myself on being knowledgeable about Szechuan peppercorns, having Ellie Wang explain it to me in the 80s, working for Vance Spices, but I worked for a caterer. And he's sitting there using them. And I said, "You have to take those seeds out." He says, "No, you don't.
Right.
You grind it up." And I went,
No.
"No." So it's it's a prickly ash bush. That's what Anne used to say. It was part of the prickly ash bush. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah. It's the tree itself. It's very prickly. So it's a prickly ash. Because the tree has a lot of very, very sharp thorns. And harvest has been very, very difficult. There's no automation still. So it's really depends on the labor, the farmer's dexterous skills to cut the fruit, avoiding and navigating through all these thorny branches.
Right. I have to say, when I saw you at the Fancy Food Show and I looked at your Sichuan pepper peppercorns,
It's okay. Yeah.
okay, they were immaculate. To
Mm,
explain to people, when I first got it, it had the seeds, it had the twigs in it, and even back in 2000, what I had from Vans still had seeds and twigs, and you had to
yeah.
um, sort through that. And for a long time here in the United States, most Szechuan food did not have Szechuan peppercorns because the
Yeah.
FDA banned it
Yeah.
in 1968. Did
Yeah.
nothing about it, but the Asian restaurants didn't risk it. But it was core to the cuisine. And in 2002, when I worked for Van Spices, they came and confiscated the Szechuan peppercorns. Now, understand, Ellie Wang, Chinese people were able to get Szechuan peppercorns. They knew people they could reach out to and get it. But now, this flavor is because of Yao is so much more apparent. There was a huge article in the New York Times. They interviewed you about that.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit more about that article.
I think the one you're referring to, we are in New York Times like three times by now. I think the
The
ones
one
you're
you sent me the link to, the big one.
I, is that the big one, right? The 6,000 word by Ligaya Mission.
Yes.
It's a wonderful article. I encourage everyone to look up for it. It's called The Life Affirming Properties of Sichuan Pepper. Um, it's written by it's a big article. It's 6,000 word, but it tells you everything you need to know about Sichuan pepper, um, and why are people digging into it more and more. I think there is a trend in the US in the food. Also, the Fancy Food Show where we met Dara, the theme is called a sense maxing. I think people are looking for a sensory experience in their food,
Yes.
and the Sichuan pepper delivers that in the best way.
Well, I think at the Fancy Food Show, folks, it's three levels of the Javits Center, which is humongous. You're
Mm,
talking thousands of booths
mm,
and new products, new consumer products are shown there, along with companies have been exhibiting. They always bring in their new products. I met Yao at the up and coming businesses on another level. So let me say that there's probably 1,000 to 2,000 new products brought in every year.
hmm
And you went up to present yours. You did a
hmm
presentation
Yeah,
on your product. Tell
yeah.
people about that.
Yeah, so the Fancy Food Show, right? It's one of the major food and beverage trade shows in the US. It's not the biggest one, but it's one of the biggest ones. And I we launched a new product, which is this one, Sichuan pepper cashews. Because for my business, our business, by the way, is called 50 Hertz Tingly Foods. As the name suggests, we do everything tingly, right? That numbing, tingling sensation. So this is our new product, the cashews. Um, I we won a big prize. We won the best debut product at the Fancy Food Show. There were, I think, 80 participants in this competition. And then I did a semi-final Zoom-based pitch in April. So 20 participants in the semi-final round, and four products got into the final round. So four of us got on the stage in New York at the Fancy Food Show and did the live pitch on the stage. And yeah, and our baby won the big prize. So we got actually
So
$10,000. from
I was going to
that
say, tell me
competition.
that's a big part. That might
Yeah.
help pay for your booth, your expenses of being
Totally,
there.
yeah, definitely, definitely. So,
Yeah,
but I think to me, the recognition is incredible because it's quite a niche flavor and sensation. But the four judges on the stage, they're all veterans in the consumer food industry, and they loved what we're doing, and then awarded us their recognition. So I'm
in the
very
top
honored
prize.
and
Yeah,
humbled. Yeah.
right. So we've mentioned it a couple times. The company is called 50 Hertz Tingly Foods.
Hmm.
And explain to people why you named the company that.
Yeah, so um, it's a nerdy name. 50 hertz is the buzzing, tingling, numbing sensation. When you eat Sichuan peppers, you will feel the buzz, and that's the frequency, 50 hertz. It's not junk science, actually. I read this paper. So some scientists in London actually measured that sensation, and then they concluded that the 50 hertz is the closest to the actual frequency. So
That's the thing.
yeah, so I flew to London to meet the scientists who lead the project, and they gave me the blessing to use it as our brand name. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. Um, a lot of well-known restaurants, Michelin restaurants, are using Szechuan peppercorns. 11 Madison, La
Mm-hmm.
Bernardine, the Alinea
Mm-hmm.
Group, State Bird, Nobu,
Yeah.
and to explain that there is also food service packages of the Szechuan peppercorns. You, the consumer who are listening, you can go to the website and you'll see a link come up. It says 50, the number 50 hertzfoods.com, and you can order the Szechuan oils, green or red. You can order the peppercorns. You can order the seasoned salt. You can order the nuts. Um, what else am I missing?
Oh, we have a lot. We have, yeah, you just, thank you. So we have the actual peppers. We have the oil, which is actually a finishing oil. Many people don't know we have the oil. You don't have to grind the peppers anymore. You can just drizzle. And then we have our snacks. We have the nuts, the peanuts, the cashews. We just won an award. But you also a lot of collaborations with American makers. We have two chocolates, citrus pepper chocolate made with some of the best chocolate makers, and then the Tingly blend. Um, it's a collaboration with San Juan Island Sea Salt, a boutique sea salt company outside of Washington State. Yeah, it's just we do everything Sichuan pepper. Yeah, we do everything tingly and numbing. Yeah.
So if people get the Szechuan peppercorns, I'll sit here and say I would crush the peppercorns in the Millionaire's Chicken. You
Mm-hmm.
didn't say to toast it first
Mm,
when I got the recipe. So I would
mm-hmm.
crush it and put it in what I do with it. I'm just reaching over here. Excuse my close up, everybody. I know it can be scary. So basically, now I can't read it because it's too light in a print. But you will mix the Szechuan peppercorns. Okay. All right. So you take a half a teaspoon of the crushed Szechuan peppercorns, 4 slices of fresh ginger, quarter teaspoon of red pepper flakes, a tablespoon canola oil, and chopped green onions, and you would sort of heat that sauce together. So it didn't tell me to toast them before I crushed them. So I
Mm.
take it wasn't quite the right way to use it, but it still tasted good to me.
Yeah, yeah. No, I think lightly toasted would help crushing it. Yeah, yeah. In
Oh,
fact, we also sell pre crushed peppers as well to some restaurants directly. Yeah, so they can. We have the technology and technique to maintain the consistency of the how coarsely you want it to be. Yeah.
Right. It is really pretty amazing that I think the thought came to you in 2018 while
Mm.
still working, and your first product came out, what, 2000? I mean,
Yeah,
2020, 2020?
2020. Yeah, I started ideating this in 2018, and I spent and the idea was, we mentioned it earlier, the cucumber salad with the green oil. Actually, this is our OG product, the green Sichuan pepper oil. Um, but I spent 2 years building up this supply chain, finding a supplier, finding a bottle, and then the pandemic hit, and then I launched the product on our own website, and we went from there. Yeah.
Well, you've done an amazing job in a short period of time, that's for sure. Um, what are the plans for 2630? You seem to be full of ideas. What can we look forward to?
26, 2630.
Well, it's 2026.
Oh, okay.
From now
Oh,
to
20,
2030.
oh, in the next 10 years, you mean?
Yeah, next 5 years. I'm not going to say
Okay.
10.
Yeah, no,
I'm
we
not going to
have
be here in 10 years. So 5 years, yeah.
no, no, no. You definitely be here. But yeah, no. In the next couple of years, we really want. I want to see a whole a tingly category in the U.S. aisle. I think it's such a wonderful, unique sensation that nobody has singled it out and did anything with it. I think it can be a new kick and stimulation in food and beverages. So I want to see a dedicated aisle in grocery stores saying these are the tingly products. Like these are the hot products, but these are the tingly products.
The I was going to say something. Okay, there are red
Mm-hmm.
and green. The
Mm-hmm.
flavor profiles you introduced me to when I was there, one that I think what I had was red. I don't remember it ever being green.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, is the green the one that's a little bit fruitier?
Yeah, the green ones. So Sichuan pepper comes in two colors, two varieties, the red and green. The red one is the classic, the traditional one, right? You've had it in mapo tofu, in hot pot, and it's been used in cooking for centuries in China. The green one, on the other hand, has only become popular in the past 20, 30 years. It's always been there, but somehow nobody paid any attention. But right now in China, it's one of the most popular flavors in China because so these two, red and green, think of them as the relationship between these two are like the red wine grapes and white wine grapes. Same species, or both super, but different varieties with very distinct flavor profile. The red one is more woodsy, it's floral, whereas the green one is very bright. It has a very, very bright citrus aroma.
So
Both of
great
them are
with
very
fish.
numbing. Yeah, so it's better. Like a glass of white wine. It goes better with fish, with seafood, with vegetables. Just brightens everything up. And then yeah, and the red one is you use them in all these classic Sichuan dishes because the green one is not very limited by its tradition. So people are very creative with the green peppers right now in China. People put them in pastry, people put them in coffee, put them in ice cream. So yeah, it's crazy right now. Yeah.
It's hard to explain that Ellie's dish, and I'll tell people if you want to find this recipe, it's Millionaire's Chicken. It is written by Barbara Tropp in her cookbook um, in 1982. And I'm just trying to see where I put it down. Okay. The Modern Art of Chinese Cooking, 1982. The author is Barbara Tropp,
Mm,
who had a restaurant called Moon. Right now, I can't think of the name, in San Francisco, um, and was very unique and very innovative at that time in bringing in flavors. So you want to look for The Modern Art of Chinese Cooking, 1982. That recipe is in there, and you can get that cookbook. It's a good one to have. It really gives you a great foundation in cooking in Chinese food. I just want to make sure we're covering everything. And it has come up in the comment section, links to 50 Hertz Tingly Foods, all your links to Facebook, to Instagram, and they're definitely check out the products. Everything is for sale. If you're not sure how to use it, you have instructions right on the web page. All right, let's get to my final questions. And of course, the last question, you can fill in anything I left out. If you could go back, Yao, and give your 18-year-old a piece of advice, what would it be?
I think I would be maybe follow a less conventional career. I think I had a very conventional career and study. I went to some of the best schools, grad schools, and then World Bank, all of that. But I came to realize it's not what I want. But I spent a lot of time, many, many years chasing that conventional path. So yeah, so I would give myself actually, maybe you can explore a bit more earlier. Yeah.
Okay. So, do you consider this the less conventional path?
You never know, actually. It is pretty unconventional right now, like selling a pepper, selling a numbing sensation. That's pretty unconventional. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Um, if you could wake up tomorrow morning with a new talent, what would the new talent be?
Mm, um, I would love to speak every language in the world. I've always wanted to. I love traveling. Travel is my biggest passion, and I've been to many places. But it's always so fun. The biggest takeaway for any travel is, the best part, the highlight is to communicate and integrate into the local community. And I wish I could do that more, if I can speak every language in the world. Yeah.
Well, I think I saw you do some German. Your English is impeccable.
Thank you.
Uh,
Yeah.
and I can't remember, were you doing any French or Italian? I don't know if I saw Romance languages.
No,
Uh,
I studied German. I studied German a little bit. I can speak a little bit of Japanese, but not really not. I thank you for your compliment on my English, because I spent many years perfecting it. And I like language. I love English language, actually. I think it's a beautiful language, and I enjoy reading. And sometimes a good writing itself can capture me. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, we know you don't quite, well, maybe you do. Do you cook for yourself at different times?
I Not as much as I'd like to. I'm a good eater, but I'm not really a good cook.
Okay, so you're the designated eater and not the cook.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Did you ever have a culinary failure that you care to share?
Yeah. Actually, this is something related to Sichuan pepper. The thing is, it is quite a strong flavor. So you're easy to overdose it. So, for example, like this oil, I did once add too much, and it's overpowering, and it can, yeah, that'd be a big failure.
Yeah. But let people know it's not hot like chilies.
No, exactly,
It,
that's the key. Even if it overdose it, you will just feel the buzz. And it lingers for a few minutes and goes away. It wouldn't feel you're like burned and you're out of commission for a while.
No,
Yeah.
no, it was, I had, this might go to the late 80s or early 90s, something like that. And I was involved with Share Our Strength Taste of the Nation, where
Mm,
chefs and all, we got involved in doing a big event. So
mm,
some of the chefs were, no, it may have been AIWF or American Institute of Wine and Food. We had a meeting at my house. So I fixed the Millionaire's chicken. So the chef, Jerry Edwards, he says, I want that recipe. I said,
mm,
I'm not giving it to you.
mm, mm.
He was blown away. I mean, it's as simple as it was. It's just blew you away. I thought I was going to package it, but I should have talked to you. I'll tell you offline what you should do with it. I have an idea
No.
for you.
Yeah. Good.
Okay. And then all you have to do is once you make it and it's a huge success, send me some peppercorns. Okay. All right. Culinary failure. What two items are a must in your refrigerator?
Yogurt and fruit. Yeah, I eat a lot of yogurt. It's one of my favorite items. And I don't particularly like the Greek style. I prefer more liquidy, slightly more liquidy, creamy style, and fruit. I don't really snack, but fruit is my snack. And I just love fruit. I can keep eating all kinds of fruit. That's my
Okay.
must-haves. Yeah.
Okay. And I think we already answered this. What's your best bite this week?
Yeah, it is. It is related to fruit. I was in I was in Paris last week, and every time I go to a new place, especially Europe, I go to farmers market, and they have I don't know, literally 10 different types of peaches. Right, it's the peach season, right, summer, and I bought every each one a kind, each one, right, and I had a bite. It's just so good. It really puts the American peaches into shame. That's my
Oh,
best. That's my best bite. In last week.
and and you know what? Your mother doesn't speak English, does she?
No.
Okay. So she doesn't know that you didn't say that her ribs were the best bite.
No, actually, I would pick the peach.
All right. Uh, Yao, what didn't I ask you that I probably should have? Have we missed anything? Anything else you want to tell the people listening?
I guess we. I guess you did ask. We asked a lot of questions about Sichuan pepper, but I just want to say, we are a company that's not just selling the pepper. I think it's a wonderful spice, but I think I want to sell a new experience, a new appreciation for this numbing, tingling sensation. It's new, but I think some people will really dig into it, and it's a polarizing ingredient. If you love it, you will love it, and I want to find that crowd. Yeah,
Oh, I think people are willing. I think we've become much more universal in what we're willing to taste and, ethnic restaurants.
yeah.
This, to say that there is a slight flavor to it, and it's sort of also, some people explained it like camphor. Rather than smelling like camphor, it's sort of
Mm-hmm.
numbing like camphor.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's so, so good. Get your hands
Mm-hmm.
on some.
Mm-hmm.
Buy a jar if you don't think you're going to use a lot. You got friends who like to cook, split it up, share a jar.
Or just try our snacks. Actually, I think that's why we came up with all the nuts and other snacks because it delivers that stimulation so directly and approachable. So yeah.
Well, you heard it from the Sichuan guy, Sichuan Pepper Guy.
Yeah.
Get the cashews and wasn't it peanuts as well?
Yeah. Cashews and peanuts and
Okay,
chocolate.
and chocolate. I haven't done the
Hmm.
chocolate. Okay.
Hmm.
All right, everyone, just a reminder, it's up in the comments, but you can go to 50, 50, HERTZ foods.com. All the products are there. Any information you want, you can reach out, get on their e-newsletter and find out the new products. And Yao, just a pleasure, a real pleasure. Continued success. And I guess next year you'll have one of the bigger booths at the Fancy Food, or where are you going to be exhibiting next? Do you have something lined up?
Winter fancy food show in San Francisco. The
San
Bay
Francisco.
Area is one of our biggest markets, and we want to go there in January.
Well, safe travels. Hug
Yeah.
your mother for me.
Thank you,
Thank you
Dara.
so thank you so much for joining us. I have a couple of announcements and then we're out. Okay, everyone. Next week's guest will be Marissa Rothkopf, cookbook author, food writer, podcast host, recipe developer, and adjunct professor of journalism. She wrote The Secret Life of Chocolate Chip Cookies, a book she would like everyone to buy 6 or 7 copies of and enjoy. That's a quote from her. So she's very entertaining, quick on the comments. So tune in next week. If you need to reach me, you can reach me at Dara Cooks. And that's on Instagram or on Facebook. You can reach me at the Food Enthusiast. Feel free to go back through our show archives on the jmoreliving.com page. There's a menu that says food. It's a drop down. Click on the Food Enthusiast tablet, and there will be, as of today, 294 shows that you can watch. There's also a free bi-monthly newsletter you can sign up for in J More Living. They send recipes, videos, etc. So do that. As always, we truly, truly appreciate when you share our show with friends and family. May your plates always, always remain full. See you.